gonna see who can eat the most cotton candy. And I won. I want my mommy.
As it seems, we are all ready to go. Shall we make our way to the court? Who are we defending this time?
No one else. We're like going to check in on Espella, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Because she got
So
arrested.
does everyone
for being...
remember how to get there? No?
You know, I have this puzzle that helps me remember.
Bartley, give you a map. Get out of here, Bartley.
You fucker. Sure, we just head east from here, and it's on the other side of the forest, isn't it? So, fucking, Kira literally set people on fire right next to the courthouse. That's bold. That's really bold.
Boy, Espella must be feeling so sad and lonely. Let's get a move on.
Let's go. Mary?
Welcome, welcome. How about some fresh goat milk from a freshly milked goat? Well, I'll be if it isn't you lot. What a coincidence seeing you here. Hey, Miss Mary, I thought you were selling milk on the outskirts of the market. That's right, I do, but not everyone can get to this market to buy your milk, child. That's why Snowy and I sometimes set up at a stall in a town like this.
It must be hard having to do it right after the trial like this.
We have to deliver the milk while it's still fresh, you see. There's no way we can go taking a break. Not only that, but we hardly feel like resting, not after all that excitement. Never experienced a trial like that. Who would have thought that sweet flower seller Kira would turn out to be a witch?
I did?
Such an innocent
Layton sounds like Linkara. so it's me, Linkara.
It's me, Layton. Hello. I have a puzzle for you. Why are those two bodies just disappeared? Why are there no remains?
Hey guys, do you guys have any routine for fitness? What do you mean? No! Fitness tickets!
I do have a routine for that, actually. It's a pretty regular one.
Does your girlfriend know about that?
Don't worry about that.
Such an innocent face, too. You'd never believe she could have done it. Don't you think so, my little snowykins?
Join me, Mary.
Join me in the abyss.
At any rate, it was a real shock seeing an execution by fire.
It's very downplaying it, Maya.
Maybe so, but on the other hand, it couldn't be helped. After all, she was a witch.
I am finished. I'm done in this business. I can't believe I fell for that.
Anyway, times like this, a little puzzle can help me forget the sins of the past.
Forget the shins of the past.
Yeah, the shins. Oh, what is this?
Oh no!
Look at Phoenix.
The stream always does poopy quality right when the puzzles start.
5 goats were put onto pasture. Each goat has its own unique color and pattern. Not only that, they each have a unique pattern to their bleedings. However, these conversation-loving goats are all suddenly started talking at once, sending the conversation into complete chaos. Use the picture above to work out which goat is saying what. Also, pay attention to each goat's color and pattern. Oh, fuck me.
Oh, we gotta use the cipher.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Looking good. Looking sexy.
Maya the Magnificent strikes again.
Hey, first try.
Yeah, that's what we like to see.
First try.
Look at that goat!
Look at that goat.
That's a good goat.
Is that Snowy?
For now.
Yeah, I mean, that's true for all farm animals.
Poor little Snowy. What if Snowy's Bazella?
What do you think? Doesn't it feel dreamy being surrounded by lovely bleating goats?
I'll be seeing them in my dreams tonight, for sure. Probably be counting goats instead of sheep.
They certainly do look cute, don't they?
Their cute appearance can be quite relaxing, if only you can block out their bleeding.
I thought he was gonna say their cute appearance can be quite deceiving. It's like what?
They're a goat in goat's clothing, as they say.
Is something you learn living the life of a gentleman. Never trust a goat.
Oh my god, it was right in front of... Like...
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Coming back here makes me remember yesterday's trial.
A spell is still being held somewhere inside the building.
Yeah, and it's up to us to get her out as soon as we can.
Oh yeah, she's in Barnum's sex dungeon.
The witch dungeon. It's like Death Knoll dungeon or something, like real menacing sounding.
Yeah, I think it was Death Knell dungeon. The first thing we should do is make sure we're allowed to see her. You there? Yes, you! Uh-oh, there's nothing like a confrontation first thing in the morning to keep you on your toes.
I don't know why the dialogue's so slow in this, because it's not the game lag. It's not like lagging at all. It's just it delivers it slowly for some reason.
Is that a setting? Maybe we can speed it up.
I don't know. Not too bad though. We're here to to visit our client.
It's not you we're interested in. It's Dark Hat over there. He's to come with us immediately. Oh, sir, me, sir? Yes, sir, you, sir. What have you done this time? Professor, who did you touch?
Oh, I touch everyone with my words.
Everyone. Oh, Darklaw wants to see me privately. I see how it
Hell
is.
yeah, Luke, go home.
I wonder what it could be. Luke, do you have any idea? The order came in, the storyteller himself.
Oh shit, Dad's mad.
You would personally summon to the audience room to see the storyteller. The audience room. Meeting the storyteller prisoner is the highest honor that can be bestowed upon a person. There's no one in all of Labyrinthia who wouldn't be proud to meet him. That goes for us tonight too, although such an honor is almost unheard of. Nevertheless, those were the orders. To have Herschel Layton make his way to the audience room.
Oh, what a first name basis with the storyteller.
What if he wants to smash?
It's like, bring me H-Dog.
Bring me the Hirsch.
Bring me that top hat.
The storyteller will be waiting to see me, is that correct?
What does the storyteller want to see you for, Professor?
Yeah, what's going on here anyway? You must think I'm hot.
I mean, look at my bods. I have excellent curves.
Would it be possible to go there after having seen Miss Cantabella? The storyteller's order is of the absolute highest priority. Nothing can take precedence. They're not interested to meet him?
I would be like, that's like the most information you could get. That's like the man.
Not only that, but in any event, you are not permitted to see the accused.
You specifically, fuck you, Layton?
Why would that be? But why, Dad?
Dad, come on.
Permission to see the accused is restricted to Defender Wright and his assistant. Those are the orders. Layton's folding his arms. He's upset.
What do you make of that, Professor?
It's a load of bullshit, Luke.
I'm quite frankly pissed.
Make of it what you will. Orders are orders. Very well. Let's go and meet the storyteller. What's more like it?
Move that ass. Professor, are you really planning on meeting with the storyteller?
Doesn't sound like I have a choice.
Could be a trap. Yeah, you hear that, man?
Well, I do sense the potential for a scheme here. It'd be foolish to pass up the opportunity to meet with this town's creator. There are rather too many things I would like to ask him.
I see.
If the professor's going, then I'm going too. After all, I'm a professor's apprentice.
Be careful, Luke. I'm sure you'll be just fine as long as you stay with the professor.
I will, and please give Espella our best. Oh, and Maya, could you give Espella the bread from Miss Eclair?
Sure thing, Luke.
That bread's gone.
Yeah, it's already been stuffed in the burger hole.
I don't like burger
Well,
hole.
you've finally finished talking. I would suggest wasting no more time. You don't like Burger Hole?
I don't like the word burger hole. It unsettles me.
You'll find the audience ruby on the guard post east of the Great Archive. And Defender, you should see the accused. Well, it would seem we must go our separate ways for the time being.
Yeah, looks like it. Well, take care, Professor.
And you, Mr. Wright, I wish you both luck. Well, there they go. Do you think they'll be okay?
The Professor and Luke? Yeah, no, they're probably done. Anyway, we should hurry up and talk to Isabella.
Right, even though she tries to hide it, inside she must be terrified.
What if she's found guilty of being a witch? What would we do then?
Watch her die.
Last night we saw with our own eyes what they do to witches. Ah!
Yeah.
Mario, help!
It's not right. Any world where things like that are allowed to happen isn't right. I mean, they execute criminals in our world too.
Yeah,
we just don't see it in the middle of the courtroom.
Yeah, we don't get to see it. I mean, I know Maya, but for now we have no choice. We have to clear Spella of the charges. We need to focus on that and that alone.
The Great Witch Bazella, I wonder why they suspect Spella of being her.
I don't know. But if we're lucky, maybe she'll be able to shed some light on it. Ah, Defender! Oh, sorry, that's my friend in the background. He went, ooh. Hey, Defender, it's time for you to see the accused.
That's the stickler alarm.
That's the stickler, like, heart monitor flatlining.
Well, this is it, Nick.
I love Stickler. What a guy. Sure is.
Man.
Let's go, Maya.
The toe
We
button.
can use our tootsies to, like, move to the right.
Slightly.
Where is she?
Mr. Wright, Maya.
Isabella.
So this is the Death Knell dungeon. Looks more like a solitary confinement to me.
Don't worry, I'm fine, really. I was a little surprised at how hard the bed was, though.
Spella.
I feel like fine is a relative term.
Yeah. You know, that's a pretty big gap you're letting them, like, stick their head through. I feel like someone could climb out of that.
Yeah, especially someone tiny like her.
Yeah, like, or the 10 Pillar brothers, they could get out of there.
That's why they've never been caught.
They just keep slipping through the bars.
Oh, that's right. I have something for you here. The boss made it for you. Look, it's her special walnut bread. You should try it.
Aunt Patty made that for me. Thank you, Maya.
We'll get you home soon, then we can all sit down and eat Patty's freshly baked bread together.
Yeah, that would be nice. We're gonna have you out of here soon, so don't you worry, Spella.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Uh-oh.
But are you sure you want to do that?
What are you talking about, Isabella?
Do you really want to continue defending me, Mr. Wright?
What? Well, of course I do. What made you say that?
You do both know what I've been charged with, don't you?
Sure we do. They're accusing you of being Bazella, the source of all witches here in Labyrinthia.
That's right. And anyone who defends such a suspect will also come under suspicion themselves. People are likely to criticize you and make you suffer, all on my account. I can't ask you to defend me. I don't want your suffering to I don't want you suffering because of me.
You didn't ask us, dummy.
Stupid Ed.
Want to.
Listen to me, Espella. I have done things in a courtroom. This is not the worst. We've already suffering just seeing
Why'd
you in
you
this
phrase it
prison.
like that, Nick?
I've blown men in a courtroom. Do you honestly
Right.
think we just stand around and do nothing?
Blown them away? Also, yes.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Maya.
Mr. Wright,
Hey, I think I get it, Isabella. I bet you're just worried that Nick will slip up the way he always does.
Huh?
Trust me, there's nothing to worry about. The professor and Luke are on our side.
No, that's not what I meant. I wouldn't think that at all. Mr. Wright, you were just amazing. You and Mr. Layton both. It was like you were working magic together.
I wouldn't use that
Yeah,
word.
dude, like, let's keep that on the DL, Espella. Well, that settles it then, Espella. And don't worry, we're gonna be there for you. We'll fight to the very end. The two of us, the professor, and Luke, will all be working together on this one. We won't let you down.
What's wrong, Espella?
It's just that the only one who's ever been this kind to me before is Aunt Patty. I don't know what to say.
Espella, I'm not sure how to say this, but
I hate you.
yeah, I'm out. If I see an exit, I'm taking it. That's nothing personal. It seems that the townsfolk are distancing themselves from you. It's as if they fear you for some reason.
Well, I did kill a man.
Well, yeah, I did use magic that one time.
What?
Yeah, I can't believe they don't think a cute girl like you could be the Great Witch.
Espella, we heard from High Inquisitor Darklaw that there's a reason why people are so suspicious of you. If it's okay with you, we'd like you to tell us what that reason is. The reason the townsfolk suspect you, and why they're so distant. I actually didn't realize until we don't have the Magatama in this game. Interesting. No reason we shouldn't have it. I guess he just didn't bring it with him to England.
Alright, I guess I never had a chance to explain properly.
Huh? Ooh?
It's true that the townsfolk look at me differently. And the reason for that is
I'm a
because
witch.
I am...
They cock-blocked us.
They blue-balled us for lore. I can't believe it.
Well, Professor, we reached the library.
Oh god, not her.
And the place at which the storyteller's waiting for us is Easter here, isn't it?
Indeed. According to the night, the audience room is past the guard post.
I wonder what the creator of Labyrinthia wants to talk to you about, Professor.
Probably how amazing I am.
Probably my massive schlong, my boy.
I keep it under my hat.
That's how big it is. It runs up my back.
We should be... Oh, God.
Scary.
We should be thankful that this opportunity has come so soon. Even if it is part of some scheme.
Let's go, Professor, to the audience room.
The
toe button.
whose toes are so grieva. Look at these dudes. Oh, they got a puzzle.
Ugh.
There's a little tiny soldier inside his armor.
Herschel Layton the Hatter.
Hatter.
Well, I'm not a hatter, although I certainly am Herschel Layton. I've been told my presence is requested in the audience room. I've definitely heard something about that, but it's beyond me why.
Why?
With all due respect, why would the storyteller invite mere commoners to the audience room? That's what we'd like to know.
Aren't people normally allowed to visit?
Of course not. Both the audience room and the tower in which he resides are areas of strict surveillance. One does not simply visit the storyteller.
Did you say tower?
Yes, he resides within the eye of
Sorrow. It's where he's holed up.
Yeah. The Storyteller's Tower, naturally. Don't tell me you've never heard of it. He only comes out of his tower to appear before the people in his parades.
Right.
The audience room is where the storyteller comes whenever there's a parade.
Right.
Only the Order of Knights provide his protection from this guard post.
Post.
We feel honored by his presence, even if he doesn't speak to us.
Us.
I see. Then it would seem we are extremely privileged to have been invited here.
Harumph.
Harumph. Don't let it get to your head. Wait here while I open the gate.
Come to think of it, during the parade, the storyteller did seem to be held in high esteem by all the townsfolk.
Well, I mean, he is God, Luke.
Yeah, he is the one that made everything.
So he's just, yeah. So he's God.
Like a god.
No, someone tell me this isn't happening. God's dead.
He's been thrown out the tower.
There seems to be some commotion over there.
It's that knight. He's coming back this way and he doesn't look too happy.
This is bad, really bad. What am I going to do? What's the matter? Well, actually, Darkhat, the gate won't open. It's broken and I can't fix it.
So what happens now?
I wish I knew. What am I going to do? We need to do something. Can't keep the storyteller waiting. If we do, there goes my career as a knight.
Just like that?
Unless, aren't you two meant to be good at finding people? Finding people? I wouldn't say we're particularly good. Don't say that, I need your help here. There's one knight who's able to fix the gates, but he's busy training with the other knights. I'd like to call him back here without disturbing the others. But in armies, they all look the same. Racist. The only way to identify him is to look for a knight with an unusually shaped sword. I smell a puzzle coming on. Unusually shaped sword? How interesting.
Professor, doesn't that mean...
Indeed, my boy. It means we can tackle this the way we would a puzzle. So you will find him? Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Alright, let's find Mr. Weird. I hope he's just like gigantic and buff. Meat!
Where are they stabbing the meat?
It's lunchtime and the knights are all eager to eat their share. They have all stabbed their swords into the massive piece of meat at the same time. One of the swords is not a standard knight issue and has an oddly curved blade. Examine the blade and find the owner of the strange sword. And then we just... And then we have to pick... Okay. Okay, this guy. Little dude, look at him.
Little baby.
Little baby man. Little baby man.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
You!
Damn.
Puzzles are there to be solved.
Why are they stabbing their meat?
To cut it up, they're gonna get their share. We've done it.
Thanks to you, Sir Hatter, I've been able to have it repaired immediately. I'm glad you were able to fix it.
A puzzle like that is a piece of cake for the professor.
As I suspected all along, you're certainly no ordinary gentleman. Sir Hatter Herschel Layton shall henceforth be allowed to pass through this gate freely. Thank you, kind sir. Please make your way to the storyteller as swiftly as possible, or it's my ass.
Or else I will die, surely. He will just rip my page out of the book.
He'll rip my heart out my chest.
Right, it's like it instantly shits to death in the book. Like, no!
And this knight had a heart attack. The end.
So many sticklers.
Ooh.
We need to harmonize. That's their night training.
Wow, no matter where I look, there are knights everywhere.
Yes, indeed. The knights have their guard post on this side of the gate. Given the grandness of the scale, I imagine they're living here too.
I wonder exactly where around here we're supposed to meet the storyteller. The knight said to go to the audience room, wherever that is. With a name as grand as audience room, you'd think it would be easy to notice.
Luke, can you see the long flight of stairs over there? I think we should go and take a look.
Have a look.
Have a look.
A flight of stairs. I see it.
You'd be blind if you didn't.
There's also a building over there. Looks rather stately. Do you think that's where the audience room is?
Turning Australian.
I'd say there's about a 95% chance, you idiot.
You fucking dumbass.
However, there seems to be something going on over there. And from the looks of things, I don't think we'll be able to just ignore it and stroll right by. At any rate, let's go and take a look.
What's happening? Who's that guy?
Look at this Chad. Look at this man!
Oh, you gotta be him. You gotta be Mr. Cutter.
How many times do I gotta tell you? I ain't this suspicious guy you're after. And you expect us to believe you just because you say so, eh? You can save us all time and trouble here, just admit your guilt and be done with it. You gotta be kidding me. This is a false accusation. Come on, why won't you listen to me? I admit my face might look a little scary, sure, but I'm telling you straight. My pals are always saying there's nowhere with a purer heart than good old Cutter. Oh, spare me. We're getting nowhere near. Nowhere here. Hey, Knight!
Yeah, he's looking kind of sussy, sir.
He's looking like a sussy. Oh no, have we created
Sussy
anything?
hypnosis.
Yeah, it just makes you an imposter.
Fame.
Put this miserable wretch into solitary confinement.
Yes, Captain.
Wait, what? You didn't do anything. Oi, oi, what are you doing? I'm innocent. Innocent, I
We
tell
gotta
ya.
save Cutter.
You seem to have your hands full here. May I ask what happened? Hey, if it isn't you two. Do you mean to tell me you're the ones that the storyteller has summoned?
That's us, alright. So you can't go chasing us around the way you did before.
Rats.
I love chasing people.
I don't know, his eyes just remind me of, and the shape of his face remind me of Zenigata.
Yeah, it does kind of look like Zenigata.
By the way, Captain, what has that man been accused of? What has he done? He's guilty of carrying out a heinous crime of assault and theft.
Not Cutter.
How many times do I gotta say it? It weren't me. It's a false accusation. I'm totally innocent. Silence! Who else could have done it? Could you tell me a little more about this? Well, I had the feeling you'd want to know. You seem like poking your nose into other people's business. A series of thefts have been occurring in this town, and at the same time, a suspicious figure has been sighted. Now I ask you, does this man not look suspicious to you? It clearly has to be him.
Just because he looks suspicious.
You got it all wrong. I heard there was a thief in the area. That's why I teamed up with them townsfolk to keep a lookout for the blighter. And that ain't all. I even found a way to make sure every dang corner of the town was being watched. We placed ourselves in positions where we didn't obstruct one another's line of sight. Catch my drift? The suspicious figure you guys mentioned, there ain't no way it was me. So you're saying that you watched every part of the town while at the same time avoiding overlapping with each other's search? That sounds like a puzzle. You committed the crimes and are lying to cover yourself. I wonder if you're perhaps mistaken. It might just be true. For example, if they position themselves like this...
Layton, just tell us, please. I beg you. Cutter, look at him. I wouldn't commit any thefts if I saw that. There are reports of a thief lurking around in the town center. The townsfolk are in charge of guard duty. There are two conditions to their stakeout. They have a perfect view of all streets. Their viewing range never overlaps. With this in mind, do you think you can place the townsfolk and protect... Okay. Oh, there it is! Look at that!
There it is!
Let's see if I've proven myself.
Couldn't. He had his fucking meaty hunks
That
on this
was
side of the
indeed an
road.
intriguing puzzle.
Yeah, he's too thick.
Look at him.
Look at him. Look at that man.
He's got the quagmire chin.
I never would have guessed such a solution could exist. Say, do you believe me now? I was telling the truth. The real culprit must still be on the loose, going around stealing stuff in broad daylight. Man, it looks like we've no choice. Let him go.
What if he just did actually do it?
We'd better head back to the crime scene and go over it with a fine-tooth comb.
Yes, Captain.
It reminds me of,
The
the
Russian.
joke from Spaceballs. We combed every inch of this desert. And it's just them with a giant comb.
Stupid joke. I'd watch Blazing Saddles again.
I'd watch it with you.
Let's
Well,
go.
I'm glad we were able to sort out the misunderstanding. I don't know who you two are, but you're a bit too sharp to be some regular townsfolk.
You're too smart to be in from this town.
Not at all. We're nothing so special, just a couple of regular English gentlemen. English, eh? So what is that, your title? Well, whatever it may be, it's not normal to be summoned directly by the storyteller himself. It would appear you are indeed something special. The storyteller is in the audience room. I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. As for the audience room, it's in the building at the top of those stairs. That building up there, just as we thought. Thank you.
Being British is abnormal here, as it should be. Being British isn't a title; it's more of a brand.
A brand?
Yeah, you've been branded as British.
Yeah, they'd knock out a couple of your teeth when you come in. You just mind your manners when in the presence of the storyteller, you hear me? If I hear any sign of trouble,
Why is he intimidating? No, he gets his feelings hurt very easily.
you'll regret it.
We'll be on our best behavior, so please keep your hand off your sword. You're scaring me.
It just goes to show how highly the knights regard the storyteller. Now then, let's move on, Luke.
Better stay in line, Luke.
Right, let's go, Professor.
I had already devised 7 ways to chop this man in half.
Why is Cutter still here? He's just chilling.
I love Cutter.
He's like the best. I hope he's not Bazella.
The witch was actually a big beefy man.
Big buff dude. They got it all wrong.
The storyteller should be in here, right? I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous. This area is totally deserted. All I can hear is the wind.
It looks as if not even the knights are allowed to come up here.
He really is treated almost like a god. I wonder what someone like that wants to talk to us about.
I don't know, stuff. Things. I just gotta open the door. Okay. Hopefully there's no puzzle. There's a puzzle.
Huh? Professor, the door won't open. Hello? Is anybody there?
I have a puzzle. How do I kick this door open
I have
without
a-
breaking my foot?
I have a puzzle to watch this.
No reply.
It appears there's no keyhole. This is no ordinary lock mechanism.
Inviting someone to visit you only to lock them out. It's a bit rude, isn't it?
Just a moment, Luke. If you look closely, you'll see there's a puzzle built in there. I believe this may be a test, Luke. A test to determine whether we qualify for an audience with the storyteller or not.
That's a bit off, isn't it? But when it comes to puzzles, we'll be glad to oblige, won't we, Professor?
You're goddamn right. Now let's show them our medal.
Say my name. What is this? Here's a panel of numbers. The number range between 1 and 6. Touch the buttons on the touchscreen will increase and decrease the numbers. Arrange the numbers to read 333. Do you think you can do it in only 4 turns? There we go. See, I wasn't bullshitting that time.
A genius.
I wasn't bullshitting that time. It started off as a
He's
bullshit.
Smart boy.
It started off as a little bit of a bullshit. I brought it back.
It always does start that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, just say, I got this, and then guess, and usually it works.
That should open the door.
Oh, voice acting, something important's about to happen.
It would seem that we have proven ourselves worthy.
He's just completely naked.
Labyrinthia's creator is waiting for us
Oh,
inside.
I didn't.
Oh, fuck!
You weren't supposed to open it that fast.
There was a lock on there for a reason.
The creator of this town. I wonder what he intends to say.
I hate you. Leave.
Are you all right,
Stupid.
Luke? I imagine you must be a little nervous.
We're about to meet God.
Me?
Fuck yeah, I'm nervous.
Are you ready to meet your maker, Luke?
Well, to be
Not my
honest,
maker,
I
theirs.
suppose I am. Just a
You
little.
mortals.
But don't worry, Professor. I can do this. Let's go. Let's meet the storyteller.
Very well. Muster your courage. We're going in.
Right you are, Professor.
Cutscene.
Why is he so thick?
He's got an
Yes, the guests finally made their appearance. I bid you welcome to Labyrinthia, the town governed by stories.
I like his owl.
I just like his design. He's a really cool design.
I've been waiting for you, Herschel Layton.
I believe I should
I
say
love you.
it is an honor,
Mia Moore.
Mr. Storyteller.
You're the creator of Labyrinthia. But why did you call the professor here?
I have summoned you so that I may ask you why you are here.
I beg your pardon?
What are you talking about?
Do you think he was waiting by the window for the second they entered and say, like, and then they entered?
Yeah.
Seemed cool.
In writing the story, I provide everything, and in turn, take everything away. I give each person a story, and weave their intertwining webs of fate. However, it would appear that interlopers have found their way into the story. The two of you.
You mean to say that my presence here was not written in your story?
Precisely. And so I must ask you, exactly how did you find your way into this world?
In truth, we found ourselves here somewhat inadvertently. We were brought here by a book. A book called the Historia Labyrinthia.
What was that?
Tasty.
I am led to believe it was you.
Why do you
who
make
wrote
that
book.
noise?
Surely you cannot deny it.
It would appear I have found it.
I think I heard your phone alarm. Kids, I thought that was his.
No, I think he went.
No, I thought I heard like a phone buzzing, like I thought that was like the storyteller picking up his phone, like, oh sorry, I gotta take this.
And
It's like Kung Pao. It's like pulling out a lighter.
In other words, you consider our presence to be a hindrance to your story. Is that correct?
Not only you. There was another man who tried to change the course of my story.
oh, car accident.
Ah,
Mr. Car Accidente.
Carmina Accidenti.
Carmine. So, there is a connection between him and the two of you after all.
Yeah, we love him.
It was great.
Your
A romantic
presence here
connection.
is, shall I say, a slight inconvenience. The story of Labyrinthia is about to take a turn towards its grand finale.
grand finale?
Indeed, a conclusion that requires a climax of epic proportions. The identity
I'm gonna
of the
come.
great witch Mozilla is
Essentially.
made public,
A climax.
The group
of epic
orgasm.
performance.
and finally
Yeah.
destroyed. At last,
An in-fiction
peace
nut.
will be restored
Labyrinthian
to the
orgy.
town. The final scenario is close at hand.
The identity of the Great Witch? Do you mean?
Oh,
Oh.
oh, oh,
Oh.
no. Oh, bizarre puzzle, how puzzling.
It's true that the townsfolk look at me in a different way. And the reason for that is because
I'm the Great Witch.
I am the storyteller's daughter.
You're what? Espella?
You're the storyteller's daughter? I didn't see that coming. Bimbo located.
When I first came down into the town, everyone was friendly. Perhaps they thought that if they got to know me, things would go well for them. That was the impression I had.
That sounds like the kind of thing people would probably do. But obviously not me. I wouldn't do anything like that.
No one's accusing you of anything, Maya.
But unfortunately, things didn't work out the way people hoped they would.
Well, people should realize that good things don't come easy.
Then one day, someone just happened to bump into me in town, and I was knocked over. Later that night, that same person was attacked by a witch and killed by her magic.
Shit.
I don't know whether it was just a coincidence or not, but after that, everyone's attitude towards me changed. They started saying things like, it's best to keep away from her, or you'll have a bad story written about you. All because I'm the storyteller's daughter.
What's the storyteller thinking?
Dad, you don't need to kill this guy. He's nice. Shut up. No.
He touched you.
It's like the opposite. Like, it's like the parent checking in on the, like, child writing fan fiction. It's like, what do you do? Are you winning, storyteller? It's like, Dad.
Are you winning, Dad?
Yeah, it's this game, but instead of the storyteller, it's Chris Chan. We gotta get out of
No.
Quickville.
No.
What do you
Stop
mean?
that. Well, he has his daughter stuck in a place like this. And if he didn't write such a bad story, she wouldn't have to suffer like this.
You have a good point there, Maya. Anyway, the investigation has only just begun. Espella, if it's okay with you, I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
Of course, I'd like to help in any way I can.
I've got to gather as much information as I can.
Alright, Maya's gonna be silent for a little bit. I'm gonna go fill up my water with ice.
Go get your water. I'll be Maya. This might be difficult for you to answer, but why are you not living with the storyteller? I mean, with your father?
I did live with him before. We lived together on the edge of the town, in the Storyteller's Tower.
The Storyteller's Tower?
When I was little, he was very kind, and always listened to what I had to say. But then, at some point or another, he started to become distant. If you think about it, I guess it's only natural. Because he had to write the story for every single person in the town. Espella, as he became busier and busier, I was left alone in the tower. And that's the reason I decided to leave home with Eve and live in the town. I stayed with Aunt Patty and helped out at the bakery. Now you two are at the shop too, but my dad...
What's the deal with the storyteller? I can't believe he'd write a story where his own daughter is the Great Witch, Bizella.
Maybe the professor will be able to find out the storyteller's true motives.
And what about Patty? Does she know anything about your past? Have you ever told her that you're the storyteller's daughter?
Yes, she knows. When the other people in town started avoiding me, Aunt Patty was the only one who stood by me that whole time. Yeah, Patty was always looking out for you. There's so much I have to thank her for. It's been 5 years since I left my dad and started living with Aunt Patty. She's always been so kind. She's been like a mother to me.
Now that you mention it, what about your real mother, Espella?
Actually, I can't remember anything about her. According to my dad, she died in an accident when I was still young. And that's really all I know. He didn't tell me any more than that.
I see. Should ask Espella about the Great Witch Bazella. Espella, we believe in you. There's no way you can be the Great Witch Bazella.
That's right. That's why we'll find the real Great Witch. The real Great Witch? But the Great Witch is only a character of legend. How could you possibly find her?
Well, admittedly, at the moment, we have no real leads.
Actually, to be honest, we know next to nothing about Labyrinthia. We're supposed to have been living with you for 5 years now, but that memory turned out to be completely phony.
Do you have any ideas at all, Espella? Anything that you could give us as a clue? Guess it's a lot to ask.
All magic-related incidents are thoroughly investigated by the Knights of the Inquisition. And if there were any clues as to the whereabouts of the Great Witch Bazella, then I believe they would have if it found them.
I guess you're right.
As far as I know, there's not a single incident that has remained unsolved by the Inquisitors.
Wait a minute, that's not right.
What is it, Maya?
The part about there being no unsolved incidents left.
What?
Last night, me and Luke ran into High Inquisitor Darklaw.
Wait, what? You saw High Inquisitor Darklaw?
Yep. She said she was investigating, and she was even more hot. She had a different dress on.
That's impossible, Maya. Stop speaking nonsense.
She said she was investigating some kind of incident with magic. She said that it took place 3 months ago, I think. Apparently, it's the only incident that has remained unsolved.
An unsolved incident?
Oh! Now that you mention it, I remember hearing rumors about such a case.
The only magic incident in Labyrinthia to remain unsolved, huh? Espella, about that incident, could you tell us about it in more detail?
I'll have to ask you to stop right there, Defender. Your time is up. You have to leave immediately. No way. We just got to the good part.
Mr. Wright, Maya, I really don't know much about that incident, but perhaps you could try asking an Inquisitor about it.
Okay, Espella, thanks for the help.
All right. We'll see you again real soon. Keep your spirits up, Espella.
Thank you. Take care, both of you. Mr. Wright, Maya, they're both doing so much for me. I wonder if there's anything I could do for them both in return. The Great Witch Bazella, till now I hadn't given it much thought.
Oh!
The Great Witch Bazella, the legendary fire, flames, inferno.
Uh-oh. I don't like that look in her eye.
Oh my! What is this? My head hurts.
I like the crunch of like the guard just watching her with like a bowl of popcorn. She's like, shit.
What was that? That inferno.
Ooh.
Were these things my memories?
This town's one and only unsolved incident of magic.
I'm sure she said something about an alchemist who lost their life to a witch.
An alchemist was attacked? Sounds like a serious case. You got that from High Inquisitor Darklaw, right? Did you eat the bread?
No. I mean, they didn't give it to her.
That's very fair.
I meant to tell you about it, but it totally slipped my mind.
The only unsolved incident. Suspicious, alright. This might just be the lead that will take us to the Great Witch.
Okay, let's get to investigating. We can do this thing.
Yeah, so, guess first we should check out the Inquisitor's Hall, right? Might just learn something there.
Sure, let's get going.
On the other hand, we may just learn how unwelcome we are there.
Hey, come on, Nick. Enough of that wishy-washy attitude.
I didn't even say anything. Darklaw, we're back. Hello.
Big Titty got you yet?
Are you in here? Dog! Oh, wait a minute, that aggressive bark. Please tell me that isn't... Constantine.
Woof, woof. It's Constantine. You look happy to see us.
Wish I could say the feeling was mutual. Once bitten, twice shy. Pretty much sums me up right now.
Really? I don't know. I think he's looking much friendlier today, if you ask me. Come on, Nick. Pet him just once.
This mutt really, really hates me.
Twice bitten, 4 times shy? Well, well. If it isn't Sir Blue Knight. Exactly what are you doing over there on all fours? Oh, Inquisitor Barnum. I'm glad to see you again. Actually, there's something I'd like to ask you about. Come on, Nick, stand up already.
I'd like to meet that mutt's owner, face to face.
Yes, hello? How foolish. Constantine happens to be mine, and a true knight's companion he is. He needn't waste time sinking his teeth into the likes of you.
I had a hunch. So Constantine really is your dog, huh? Gotta admire the nerve of this guy. He just sits back and lets his dog bite people, or, I mean, me.
Never mind that. What is it you want to talk about? Just make it quick, Sir Blue Knight.
So, you Inquisitors are the ones who investigate incidents of magic in this town, aren't you?
Yes, of course. If you don't mind... If you don't mind, we'd like to ask you about that unsolved incident with magic. I do mind.
Quite a lot, in fact.
There's one thing you must never forget. The Knights of the Inquisition excel at their work.
Look at Maya. Right.
All incidents of magic perpetrated by the witches are dealt with by the Inquisitors, without exception.
Spoken with that usual calm and collected air of confidence. That's interesting. You see, we heard different. Apparently there's one particular incident that still remains unsolved.
Something about an alchemist being murdered? Ring any bells? What? Who did you get that information from?
We, well, High Inquisitor Darklaw.
That bitch. Well, why the blazes didn't you say so? We could have saved us some time then.
How is it my fault?
The High Inquisitor has put me on the spot by leaking such information to the likes of you. Well, I suppose that leaves nothing for it. I shall tell you the whole story, since I do not believe in doing things by halves.
Thank you, Barnum. Please, go ahead, we're all ears.
It was 3 months ago that an alchemist living near the town square was murdered. Sorry, Inquisitor Barnum, but I'm kinda lost already. Is there a difference between alchemy and magic?
Shit, I didn't think of that.
Oh my god, he was a witch!
Mother, god damn it!
When it comes to something that difficult, it will do no good asking me. I'm too stupid.
I'm the witch burner. I burn witches, it's what I do.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about alchemists.
Not the alchemist burner.
Huh? It seems that while the townspeople respected him, they also treated him with caution.
They respected him?
Oh, look at him.
That's a cool looking dude.
He used his skills to make medical concoctions and acted much like a physician. The efficacy of his cures was almost like magic. He was famous within his neighborhood, in fact, sometimes referred to as Dr. Belduke by the townspeople. At any rate, it's safe to say that Sir Belduke was no witch. How can you say for sure? That's simple. Sir Belduke was a man.
Well, can't really argue with that.
He came to a mysterious end 3 months ago.
A mysterious end?
There are two things about his death that cannot be explained traditionally. Firstly, the murder scene. His body was discovered in his residence in the study. His room was locked. This old chestnut. There was no conceivable way the crime could have been committed, except by witchcraft. Isn't that what people call a locked room mystery? Layton just materializes out of thin air.
A puzzle, you say?
A what?
Oh, it's nothing, really. So, what was the other mysterious thing?
Secondly, until then, all incidents involving witches had been foretold in the story.
Foretold in the story. In other words, predicted by the storyteller.
However, the murder of Sir Belduke did not appear in the story. Such a thing had never occurred before.
So not only was this the only unsolved incident in Labyrinthia's history, but it was also the only incident not to be predicted by the storyteller.
You're bleeding into Edgeworth.
Oh no! I've done it for like 2 months now. It's like a part of me. Huh, this definitely sounds worth investigating.
You certainly are an interesting one, Sir Blue Knight.
Huh?
You really think you can solve this incident alone when the Knights of the Inquisition have been working on it for 3 months?
Yeah, probably.
Well, they are kinda stupid, if you haven't noticed. I must say, that is some confidence.
We won't know unless we try.
You may risk becoming the target of some terrifying witch's vengeance.
Oh, fuck. Just hoping that was a joke.
Well, I suppose you might as well take a look. Who knows, you may even find something. Phoenix is gonna end up knighted by the end of this game, I'm calling it now.
He'll be like, oh, thank you.
Sir Belduke's residence is just beyond the town square. Ask anyone around there, they'll soon point you in the right direction.
Thank you, Inquisitor Barnum.
Yeah, if I had to guess, Darklaw is up to some bad shit. She's gonna get ousted. Barnum will be named the new High Inquisitor, and he'll name Phoenix a knight.
We will see.
Sir Blue Knight. I believe our courtroom battles are far from over.
Start making out.
Until we meet again in court, I'll be your gay prosecutor.
Oh, come here. I'll see you then, Inquisitor. Fucking loser alone in the room. I don't know why it's so funny to me. Just like, just chilling there. To the alchemist.
Do the Mario swing your arms from side to side. Come on, let's go. Let's time to do the Mario. Mario, oh, I got it now. You got it. It's the Mario. To the Mario swing your arms from side to side. Come on, let's go. Time